welcome back to our channel, or welcome to our channel if you are new. So I am here with my little girl Isabel, and my name is Veranda. On this channel we are going to be recreating hairstyles that we find on a Google search. So typically when I want to do my daughter's hair, I will Google search little girl hairstyles or cute hairstyles, whatever, and typically I will find a picture I like and then I will try to recreate it. So today, in honor of Valentines, which is going to be coming up this week, we are going to be doing a hairstyle with a heart in it. That is one of Isa's favorite types of hairstyles, are the ones with hearts in them. So I figured since Valentine's Day is coming up and it is a month of love, that we would go ahead and do a hairstyle with a heart. So this right here is the style that we are going to be going for today. So I have done this one a couple of times and it always comes out super cute. So it's just this little side heart and then a braid around the side. So that is what we are planning on doing for our hairstyle today. And just a quick reminder, just know that when you're trying to recreate hairstyles, don't be too hard on yourself, because every hairstyle is going to come out looking a little bit different depending on your child. Thickness of hair makes a difference. The hairline really does make a difference. So just if you're trying to recreate a hairstyle and it's not coming out exactly perfect, just know that it is always going to look different on every girl. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I've already brushed her hair out, so I am going to start this hairstyle by just kind of mapping out the little heart on the side. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so to start off, to get the heart, Mama, can you hold this for me? I am going to go ahead and use some water. So this is just a water bottle. I have put a little bit of hair conditioner in it. It helps to kind of detangle her hair and condition it at the same time. And then I have a few clips and then some hair combs and a hair tie here on my wrist. So I am going to go ahead and start off by trying to recreate this little heart here. So what I'm going to do, because it looks like the heart comes up pretty high up on this little girl's head right here, but it's not all the way to like the center of her head. So it's more on this side of the head. So in order to keep it that way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and split her hair on the side here. So right now she has a center part. So I'm going to go ahead and split it straight back to the side here. And that's just going to be my guide to make sure that I'm keeping the heart on this side of her head. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back behind her head just a little bit. So kind of going about this far back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and go back behind her ear. So just like that. Mama, can you hold this for me? And then I'm going to take all the rest of this hair and just kind of tie it out of the way. Okay, so I have this section right here on the side of her head, and I am going to try and make a heart. So I don't really have any tips to making a heart in your child's head. It really just, I mean, you just gotta go with it. And sometimes I get them perfect on the first try. Other times I have to like try and try again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and find where I want my center of my heart. So I think I want it to be like right here. So I want my heart to kind of come from here. Turn your head sideways, Mama. To kind of come from here up and touch this line and then around. And then I want the end of the heart on her hair. What I found with Isa's hair is that this little part right here, her little, where her sideburns go, is a perfect shape for a heart. So it's like a nice little bottom triangle right here. So that is what I'm going to aim for this heart. So I'm going to aim for it coming up this way, touching the line, going around, doing a dip, and then coming around to the front and back up around like that. So you're just going to have to find the perfect way to do it on your own child's head. Luckily, Isa's is pretty easy because her head is shaped that way. So what I'm going to do is, because I know I want that line to be perfectly straight here, I just took a line straight from where that bottom V of the heart is going to be, and I'm going to take it straight back up to the back of her head. And it does help to kind of wet the hair to kind of help you to keep it under control. So that looks pretty good to me. So now I am going to use a few little clips. There's a couple of little hairs right here. And I do have this comb with a little metal end, which you can get for pretty cheap. I got mine on Amazon. And it just helps me to make her lines a lot cleaner, especially when I'm doing like intricate little stuff like this. I like to have that comb on hand. So I'm going to clip that little section out of the way. So I just wet this section a little bit to kind of help me smooth the hair out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find where I want the center of my heart to be and just kind of keep my eye on that spot. And then I'm going to come around here and just make like a little half circle to that point. And then when I get that hair, I'm going to kind of comb it over to this top side of her hair. So now looking, I do have kind of like a half a heart going. I feel like I need to bring it down just a little bit more right here. Just like that. And right now I'm just trying to get the general shape of the heart, and then I will go in and try to make it even once I have it all down. So now I'm going to take the comb from about this point right here, and then I'm going to try and make another semicircle around her head, just taking it to the front. And I'm going to pull that section up out of the way. Okay, so I have a pretty good looking heart right here, so I like to kind of gather my hair and just kind of twist it a little bit. And the hearts don't have to be perfectly perfect. Like, I mean, it still looks like a heart. So I'm going to go ahead and take my little precision comb and kind of round out this little section right here where her little baby hairs are. And then it looks like this part of her heart right here is super flat. So I'm going to take this, kind of just add a little bit more hair right there to make it a little more round. Actually, that didn't work very well. But I pretty much just keep adding hair, taking away hair to this part of her head. Usually the round parts of the heart are the hardest to get perfectly even. So I just keep adding and taking away as needed. And for me, that looks pretty good. So now what we're gonna do is this little heart right here is tied down and they have a little flip. But I wanna do that last just because I wanna get all of the braid out of the way, and then I'll work on the heart because sometimes I feel like if you do, like if I do the heart and then I start doing the braid, that a lot of times I end up messing up my heart and then I have to redo it anyway. So for now, I'm just gonna tie that little piece out of the way. Okay, and now the next thing we have is they have a braid going all the way around the head. So coming from this part of the head all the way around and then back to the back side of the ear right here. So I am gonna go ahead and try and do that, and it just looks like it's just a regular French braid going around. So that is what I'm gonna do next. So I'm just gonna let all of this hair down. I'm gonna brush it out nice and smooth. And then for this part, I'm gonna go ahead and do a dry braid on her hair. So typically when I do braids, if I am doing a wet braid, I will use the Cantu Moisturizing Twist and Lock Gel, which is actually made for natural hair, but I really like it on my daughter's hair. But since I'm doing a dry braid, I'm gonna be using the Sexy Hair Play Dirty Wax Spray. It does just really help to keep the flyaways tamed, and it helps to keep all of the little baby hairs around her hairline in line. I am better and you're afraid. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do a regular French braid coming around her head. Again, if you need to see videos on how to do French braids, you can always just YouTube them. There are plenty of videos out there that'll teach you how to do French braids. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it. Have no shame, just let go, follow me to another land. Try to understand, and I just wanna see the colors and rainbows, 'cause we just wanna be in this dream forever. Just in this dream forever. Alright guys, so I got this braid all the way done. It's a little bit wonky right here, but that's okay. It will still look cute. But I have the braid all the way around her head, and we're going to go ahead and finish up this look. Really quick, I'm going to go ahead and do the heart. If you look at the picture, you'll see that the heart is flipped inside out right here, right at the bottom. So that is what we're going to do. Okay, and I am actually just going to go ahead and use some wax spray to spray this hair. And I'm going to smooth all of the hair out and kind of bring it to the bottom. And her little baby hairs up here didn't stick very well to the braid. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring them down. It doesn't look too bad like that, so. Now what you do is you're just going to tie the hair here at the bottom a little bit loosely. You don't want to tie it like tight to the head because we're going to have to do a little flip. And they have little tools for this, like a little, I forget what they call them, but a little tool where you can kind of stick a little pin up and then flip the hair. But I don't have one of those. So what I'm going to do is loosen this up just a little bit more. And because I don't want like a harsh line, like coming straight down the heart, because if you take this right here and you go straight down and then flip it, you're gonna see like a line right there. So what I like to do is I just like to kind of take my comb in the hair and just kind of do like a little zigzag motion and then come through to the bottom. And then I will use that as a guide and stick my finger in the hair. And then you'll see there's a little hole right here, and then what we're gonna do is take the hair inside that hole. So we're gonna pull it straight through the bottom of her head, or the bottom of the little hole that we made. And then just kind of tighten that up a little bit. And then what I like to do is I'll take my finger, sometimes I'll take the comb and just kind of smooth this hair out a little bit better. And that looks pretty good to me. So now I am just gonna take this hair and tie it to this section right here. Actually, I don't really like how this part is looking right now, so I'm gonna go back. And this is perfectly fine to do if you mess up, to go back and try and fix it. So I'm just gonna undo her braid, probably to about right here. And instead of continuing the braid, I'm just gonna leave this little section out right here at the bottom. So it's just that little section right there, just because it's gonna get tied up anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's in the braid or not. So I'm just gonna continue the braid down a little bit. And I think this is just gonna help to make it look a little bit cleaner instead of having it super loosey like it was. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this little tiny section of hair down here that we had pulled out, and we're gonna use that as our base or support for holding our ponytail. So we're gonna pull all of that hair in and then the braid in. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tie it off. Okay. And then you can see right here, there's this little piece that is still kind of poking out. I am gonna go ahead and see if I can pin that away. I think I will be able to kind of pin this away and make it look a little bit more neat. So I'm gonna grab a pin. So I have this little hairpin right here, and I am just going to kind of grab that hair with it that is poking out and just kind of push that pin into the braid, and it's just going to kind of flatten that down. You can't really see that pin because it's the same color as her hair is, so it's just going to make it look a little bit cleaner. And then I will take this elastic out of the braid just like that. And then once you get to this point, you can do whatever you want with this little piece of hair. It looks like on the picture they did like a little messy bun. So it looks like they did a little messy bun down here at the end of the hair, which you can do pretty easily. Just kind of take the hair and just kind of mess it around and put it in a little cute bun like this, which I think that would look really cute. Or you can just kind of leave it down and curl the ends like this. You can put a bow in it. I typically, when I do little heart styles like this, I don't like to put like a bow right here because it kind of covers the heart, so you can't really see that there is a heart there. So I don't really like putting bows in her hair. And typically if I would do a pony, I would take some hair and kind of wrap it around to hide her rubber band like that. I think what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and do a little messy bun for her. So I'm just going to get a few elastics, and really there's no right or wrong way to do a messy bun. I know I like to sometimes do a little twist. Super cute if you do like a loose twist and then kind of pull out the edges to really mess it up. So there's just so many different ways to do little messy buns. I'm going to take one of my elastics and tie it up at the end. And wax spray is really good for this too, for doing like little messy styles, because it'll help the hair to get a little more grip. And then you can just tease it up. Okay, so I have this, and then I'm just gonna kind of wrap it around. And I'm gonna take my other elastic that I had and just kind of wrap it around the base of the hair a couple of times. Now we have this little messy bun. And if I turn her head this way, you can see that there's a pretty good gap between the bun and her head, and I don't like that look. So what I am going to do is, let me move the camera down a little bit. I'm gonna take some pins and I'm gonna go ahead and pin this to her head. That way there's not that big gap between. And so it's just gonna look a little bit better if you pin the bun to the head. This is what her little bun looks like. I think it's super cute. I did make it a pretty tight little bun. You can do it more loose if you want, but I didn't want it to cover up the shape of the heart on that side, so I just made it pretty little. All right, guys, so this little hairstyle is all done, and we're gonna do a quick spin for you. So Mama, go ahead and sit straight. And this is what it looks like. So we have the cute heart on the side with the bun, and then around is just the braid. And I think it looks super cute. Mama, do you like it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, super cute. Do you like the heart? Do you see the heart? You can't see it. She can't see the heart. Okay. All right, guys. Well, this is the finished hair look. We hope you liked it, and hopefully someone will be able to use this hairstyle. It's really cute for Valentine's Day, but it's also just cute for every day as well. We just want to say thank you for watching our video, and we just want to ask that if you liked it, to please give us a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel and you would like to see more videos, we do upload once a week on Saturdays. So if you want to, you can subscribe to our channel, and we would love to have you. And we will plan on seeing you in our next video. Bye!